Hello and welcome, this is Jakob again, and today I'm giving you a little bit of an update video on the fat-fret guitar. So yeah, I got the guitar ready and sent it to the customer, and yeah, a couple of weeks later he got some requests to kind of make some changes, and basically they are all related to the pickup. And it's the first time I did this magnetic pickup. And yeah, so we all learned in the beginning, and so the first thing was, you maybe see it's sticking out now a little bit. It's to show you how it works now. So before the pickup was attached to the pick guard, and the pick guard was like attached to the bridge, to the neck. So there were like two pins sticking in here, and the first thing was the pickup, he felt it was too far to the bridge, like was like in this position, and he always hit the pickup when he was strumming, and felt quite annoying, and also gives like a little bit of noise when you hit the pickup and you actually connect the pickup. And so he said, first thing, need to cut off a little bit of the neck and make it further away from the bridge. And so I took my Japanese saw, cut it off, and then I didn't have these holes anymore, and I wanted to make a different solution that's more stable. And yeah, I thought drill two holes in here and have these two rods, and the holes in the rods, like they are drilled by hand, so they are not perfectly parallel, so it's kind of holds it in naturally, so it clamps it in. And if you want to put it in, you can just slide it in. And if you want to get it out, like if you push on it, it's really hard. So you really have to get like the right angle push on both sides, and then you can kind of pull it out a little bit. And yeah, if you want to adjust the truss rod, so that's really important to access the truss rod. And so that's the first change. Also, I'm thinking maybe in the future I could make like two very long rods and have like nice bearings here, and then able to kind of adjust here. So it was like the idea in the beginning to have like an adjustable humbucker. It's a nice gimmick to change like the tonality. So you kind of have like a neck pickup and a bridge pickup, and yeah, pull it back and forth. And the next thing is, this is a magnetic pickup, and as you know from electric guitars maybe, you need to ground the frets, the strings, because you get like this interference, these hum sounds when you don't do it. And the question was, how do I do it? So first idea was maybe have like a 0 fret and have a wire attached to the 0 fret, and then get like the wire through there, but I can't do this anymore. So I thought, why not make the saddle conductive? So I actually sandwiched a piece of copper into this bow nut and attached the wire to the copper, and attached this wire to the ground wire from the pickup. And yeah, that's like a second thing, second try. And this is actually silver, so the silver is like really good conductor, and yeah, it looks quite nice, because it's yeah, it's not so much obvious than the copper. But yeah, we like the copper better on this one, because it's like fits very nice to the plum and the nice tone. And yeah, so we have the copper in here, and now the strings are grounded, so it's much less hum. And yeah, if you actually, before I tried it out, I had to touch the strings and the output jack to make like a connection, and then the hum did go away. So I did this now with the yeah, the saddle. And yeah, that's basically the update. And if you want to know how I did this saddle here, you can stick around, and I'll show you now how exactly I did it, all the steps, and yeah. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Okay, so this is the original bone saddle, and I want to keep that and make a new one with like a middle part of copper, so in the middle. And I'm gonna do it by using 2 bones and gluing it together like that, and then make like a normal knot, and then you got in the middle, you got the conductive copper plate, and I can put this to the ground, and yeah, it should get rid of the hum. So I also got some silver, a little bit thinner, thicker one. This is like 0.8, it's like 1.1 millimeter, and yeah, the copper is like 0.6. I think this should be enough, and I'll do this first and see how it looks. And I got these bone parts that I've cut out before, and yeah, I'm gonna use them because, as you can see, they fit in, but it's like a little bit too small. So they're like 2.9 or 2.95, and I can't use them anymore. But for this, it's perfect. And yeah, so I'm gonna cut it out, flatten these, glue it on, and proceed as usual. So now it's quite hard to cut it out, so I'm gonna clamp it between these 2 plywood parts. Okay. That should do it. So I'm using the double-sided tape method again, and I need to sand them down now because this is 0.5 millimeters, and I need to get all of them together to 4 millimeters, so both of them to about 3.75, so a little bit more maybe, 1.75, and yeah. Okay, that should be enough. I'm gonna do the rest by hand. So in order to actually ground the bridge later, I need to have like a wire attached to here. So I'm gonna cut away a little bit of the bone here and weld on a piece of wire, and then I'm gonna drill a hole in here, get the wire through, and put it on ground. Okay, so to better fix the wire on here, just want to weld it on here. I want to drill a little hole in here and then kind of pull it through there. And put it through here. Kind of hard to weld because the copper is very good thermal conductor. Okay, now so here's the conductor piece, and the bones will go on like this. Okay, to glue them together now, I'm gonna use some super glue. First do the one side. Hold it on there like 10 seconds. It's also good that I do it on a carpet table, so I can whip it off, glue it on a little bit. But yeah, now I will wait a little bit and then sand it like flush, so I get to the 4mm that I need. Make the bottom side flat and parallel, and I'm gonna use the special technique. Like I have this aluminium profile with my sandpaper, and then a piece of wood here, and now I have like a right angle here, and I can push it against this and sand the bottom side, and yeah, it's nice and 90 degrees. Another way to do it is like have a piece of plywood like this, and just use it as a ruler, and press it against like this, and then kind of sand both at the same time. Should also give you a nice flat and parallel bottom side. Alright, so this is the piece now. You can see in the middle is the copper, and if I measure it, it's 4.5mm, and I need it to get down to 4. And first I'm gonna choose one side and make it flat. Now I need to, using the double-sided tape method again, and using my drum sander to get it down to about a little bit more than 4mm, and then do the rest by hand. Okay, so I sanded it down, and yeah, now it fits nicely into the slot. And now I need to kind of round the edges. Gonna be a little bit difficult right here, and then yeah, give it the final shape. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to do the round endings because the copper is, yeah, it works differently than the bone. Okay, now to fit the wire through, I'm gonna take away the undersaddle pickup strip and yeah, just drill a hole in here and gonna hit the brace. Okay, now to get the wire through here, I need to drill a hole in here. So there's the undersaddle pickup. I'm gonna turn it away a little bit. And I'm gonna use a 3mm drill bit. There you go. I already had like a little bit of a hole in there to fit the end of the transducer. Voila. And yeah, now the regular slot carving, everything, and I'm not gonna film that. You can watch like the making of this guitar, and yeah, I made it there, so yeah, no need to repeat myself. Okay, so here is the close-up of the bridge. And as you can see, the saddle got the copper in between. So, and the copper is attached with the wire to the upper jack. And you can see the strings all touching the copper, and so they are all grounded. And I think it looks kind of cool with the plum. Kind of fits to the reddish design, and